Hello, everyone. It's Jaha Zainabu, and welcome to Storytime with Jaha Zainabu 44/365. So today, the exercise is to tell a story that, let's see, how do I phrase this? I'm going to tell a personal story, okay? But for you, I want you to tell a story um, that you don't want to like sleep with and you don't want to live in your body. Okay, so I'm going to tell a story that happened to me, something that happened to me tonight, as a matter of fact. So I went to the gym tonight and I go to a popular gym in Atlanta. Um, So I was sitting in the hot tub, and my whole plan on going to the gym. Usually, when I go to the gym, I I do the what do you call it? The treadmill, and then I do the like the weights, and then something for my legs, and then I swim, and then I sit in the hot. I didn't do all of that today. And I knew that I wasn't going to do all of that today. I have been looking forward to sitting in the hot tub for a super long time. So I drive to the gym, I get in the hot tub, and I'm in my happy space. I'm in a zone. So while I'm in the hot tub, a man comes shortly after I sit in the hot tub. A man comes and he's sitting in the hot tub with me. A black man, black American, and we give short, you know, short, quick, sweet small talk, mostly about the weather. And the temperature of the water. It's fine. That conversation you give just to size up, like, is this person cool? We quickly assess that we are cool, and he's in his zone, I'm in my zone. While I am in the hot tub, though, you can see um, the gym area from the hot tub area. And so there's this white guy who is not in the pool area, but in the gym area. So he's an older white man. So he comes and he stood in front of the window, and he's looking in the hot tub area, and he can see me and I can see him. Immediately, I clocked him as strange, as off, as, it was just a clock and nothing like, I need to get out of here, nothing like that. Just so, like, okay. So he leaves and then he comes back. Not in the pool area, just in the gym area, but he comes back to that same position. He's standing, he's looking, and in the hot tub area, he can see me, and he can see me seeing me. I don't think the black man paid much attention to it. Like, no, like, fault on him. I don't really know that men think about safety the way that women, especially black women, think about safety. Um, or if he does, he probably doesn't clock it as weird. I do, because this is like time number 3 that he's standing there. And what are you standing there for, sir? So black man gets out of the hot tub. He goes into the men's locker room. So at this point, there is nobody in the pool area, in the water area at all. Nobody's in the pool. Nobody's in the hot tub. I am the only one. But I know that people can see me from the gym area. I know that in the front, the staff they have cameras in this area. So I generally feel like I'm okay. Anyway, black man gets out, goes into locker room. White guy comes into pool area. Of course, he doesn't want to swim. Nope. He comes into the hot tub. So usually when I'm in the hot tub, I sit right by the stairs that, I'm as you're going into the hot tub, because these knees are not climbing from the ground into the hot tub. I take the little 1, 2, 3 steps. So I sit right by the railing. So he comes in the railing. I'm sitting down and right by the railing. He comes down from the railing. He's standing up right by the railing and he stops. He's standing up and he's standing still by the railing. So he's standing and I'm sitting, which puts me at a slight physical disadvantage. I mean, he is older, so whether or not I can take him, I'm not like, I don't know if I could take him or not, but I know that he would feel me, okay? So, but I shouldn't like have to do that kind of math. And this is a story that's living in my body that at, what time is it? Almost 9 o'clock. I don't want to sleep with and I don't want to live with. And I'm sick of, right? So, so anyway, so he's standing there and I'm mathing like, okay, if he does this, I'm gonna do this. If I'm gonna, right? So he's there seconds longer than is okay. But eventually he does walk a little bit further and he sits down. And this has happened to me a few times since I've been here. White people, especially men, will say they like, it's a thing that they do that they want to hear me talk. Like, how do I say? Like they are sizing up my nationality, right? So and especially in a pool, he doesn't know. Like I'm a black woman, but a black American woman, but he don't know that until he can hear like that I don't have an accent, that you know what I'm saying? And I've had that. Like I've had white men say, "Well, what's your nationality?" or like just to hear me talk. So anyway, and I think it's like I do look like a black woman, but I think like the bald head and I don't, you know what I mean? It might be like the way that I dress or da da da. Anyway, so he's sitting down and he says the first thing he said was, "Where are you from?" Not hello, not it's a beautiful day, not ooh, the water's warm. Just straight off the bat, it's where are you from? And I do give a sigh, like that if he's reading any kind of social cues, would say she does not want to be bothered. So I said Los Angeles. And then and I quickly look away from him and look at the football game on the screen that I am not interested in. So I said Los Angeles. So he says, "Oh, I used to work with like some banks out there. I don't know. I'm not really listening that hard." He said, "I used to like work with some banks in Los Angeles, and I have a buddy who's still, who is still out there." And he says, "It is just terrible." Okay. Like, you are not, I am not about to debate you. That is not why I'm sitting in the hot tub. So that you and I can have a, square off on how great LA is. So, or isn't. So he says, "Well, what are you doing in Atlanta?" I don't even look at him. I'm still looking at the football game. And don't ask me who was playing because I couldn't tell you. So I'm looking at the game and he was like, "What are you doing in Atlanta?" No, actually, he said, "What did you come here to do?" And I said, "Enjoy the weather." Like, what difference does it make? Because I came here to the gym to sit in the hot tub and mind my goddamn business, actually. So he says, "Oh, yeah, it's terrible in Atlanta." And I hear by how he keeps repeating terrible, so breathy, that he wants something out of me that he's not going to get. So I said, "Okay." And he says, "Yeah, that mayor out there is awful." So I'm like, You know, still on the game. I said, He says, and the Green Party out there, they're funding the mayor. So he says, and you know, they haven't even fixed up Palisades yet. And that's a nice area as opposed to South Central. I don't know. So I said, So he's on and on about how terrible LA is. Crime and blum, blum, blum. And in the middle of a sentence, that was all I could stand. I can't stand no more. I said, well, it's time for me to go. I get up and I'm walking out. I walked out and I went to the locker room. I got dressed, got in my car, and it bothered me because I shouldn't have to be that concerned and do that kind of math on my safety. Like, I wasn't going to pop off on this guy because I don't know who he is. And I still have to drive home to a place where I live alone. And for all I know, this guy is the chief of police. And all he needs is my, what do you call it? License plate to find out my address. It's like a little weird, like aggressions that we have to put up with on a day-to-day. That's frustrating. I've been selling my art on Facebook Marketplace, mostly because it's cheaper to sell on Facebook Marketplace because I don't have to I don't have to deal with shipping. I don't have to stand in the post office. I don't have to go to the post office because I meet these strangers at a location, and I give them art. They cash at me money. We talk about the weather for 5 minutes, and then we're both about we're on our way. And so I've been posting art, and posting art on Facebook is not new for me because I've been doing that for years. But on Marketplace, it is new for me. The other reason why I've been posting on Marketplace is because I really want to meet people, like art buyers who are in Atlanta. I don't have an Atlanta like customer base, or so that's the other like plus that I've been getting from selling art on Marketplace. But you would think that you either want the art or you don't want the art. I have been getting the nastiest, racist comments from these white fuckers. And I said that I would never say this, but I am, because I'm tired. Like, I didn't want to give them energy. But I'll get remarks like, just racist stuff. And then one guy was like, yeah, this is really beautiful, blah, 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 blah. Can we meet? And I just, it just, and he was like, yeah, it's worth way more than what you're asking for, blah, and can we meet? And I didn't respond. The truth is I prefer to sell to women because I don't feel safe with the men. I just don't. I shouldn't say that because I don't want people, but anyway, so I didn't respond to, can we meet? And he says, what nationality are you? And I was like, there it is again. Like, why? Or like, are you ICE? Like, why the fuck do you need to know that? And why and that you can't see that? We don't need to do business with you. And so, and it's weird because after that comment, I just stopped. I just didn't trust it anymore. I don't trust selling shit on Facebook Marketplace anymore. So I stopped doing it. I mean, my stuff is still listed, but I don't, I don't push it. I haven't added any new paintings. I will go to the post office. I will pay the shipping. I will charge the customer the shipping. I will buy the shipping shit to ship it. Um, just, I don't know. I brought that up because I'm tired. Like, not sleepy tired, obviously. Just, tired of having to be so strong and safe. Tired of white folksing. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that. I am. Like, I just don't, I don't trust it. Right now, I don't trust them. And I didn't go to the gym. I went to the gym in peace and I wanted to leave in peace. And I didn't. I didn't have an experience where I left in peace. And so I just wanted to let that out. I was having a very powerful conversation with my son today. And I was telling him that, so I listen to this Buddhist monk every morning. And it brings me a lot of peace. Um and one of the things that I like that he says is, you are the sky. So, meaning a lot of times we operate as if we are the storms that pass in our lives, but we're not. We're the sky watching the storms pass. So if there is a storm called rent due, we are not rent due. We are the storm. We are the sky watching storm called rent due pass. If there is a storm called health scare, we are not storm health scare. We are the sky watching, that pass. We are the sky. And even the sunny days, if it is a sunny day, we are not that sunny day. We are the sky watching that sunny day pass. It's all temporary. And so I'm sharing this with my son. And he said, yeah, I like that because he said, oh, and I also shared with him that the monk said, one of the things about like the flaws in this, like the positive thinking movement is that like you will be, I don't know, standing in front of a full mirror naked, lying to yourself over and over. Um, you know, I am not upset. I am not upset. I am happy. I am happy when you're not. So you lying to yourself when your body knows that you are lying is not serving anybody, especially you. Um, and like if we could just acknowledge jealousy is here and acknowledge and accept it as a storm passing. Or anger is here. Sadness is here. Depression is here. In the same way we acknowledge the sun is here. Rain is here. Snow is here. And so my son said, yeah, he said, yeah, I feel that. He said, like, he used to work at, my son used to work at a grocery store. And he said, when he first started, he would stock stuff in the freezer room. And his coworkers, like his crew team, they when he first started, they would say, yeah, it's really cold in here, but if you tell yourself that it's not cold, then you can get through it. And so he said, but I never did that because I know that if I lie to my body, then my body won't trust me. And so he said, instead, what I would say is, it is very cold and I get off at 3. And so maybe an hour would go by and it was like, it's very cold. But in 4 hours, I get off. So there's this light that he and his body can see. Like, there's this light. And I like that, right? I fucks with that. And so I am tempted to spiritual lie to myself, with, I am happy, it's all good. It's not all good. Where we're living and how we're living and what we're dealing with and the microaggressions, the out and out aggressions are not okay. They're not good. We do get tired of them. We get sick as fuck of them. And it's okay to let them out. So I invite you to whatever aggressions or whatever ill story is living in your body to release it, however you release it. In writing, in a camera, to your therapist, to a friend. I invite you to let it go. Peace.